Hi, Patrick here from Coding Studios, and today let's talk about Google Earth Studio. Google Earth Studio is a browser-based 3D animation tool where you can create animations of satellite images. To get started, you just need an active Google account and a working Google Chrome browser. For your first animation and what we are going to do today, you don't need to be an expert at keyframes. And to get started, you will be seeing this screen right there, and you just need to go to quick starts. These are some pre-made animations that look quite cool but are super easy to make. And today we're going for that one, which is a fly to an orbit, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. And as a location, I'm going to pick the Statue of Liberty in New York, right there. And here you can select the exact location and adjust the height. To adjust the height, you can just use your scroll wheel on your mouse, and setting the exact location is pretty self-explanatory, I think. So let's zoom a bit in. Yeah, that should be perfect. So now let's go that. Now preview has been created, but I actually don't like that one. Let's go for clockwise, because now it's counterclockwise. Yeah, that looks much better. And here are some sliders where you can adjust the end altitude, the orbit radius, the target altitude, and the approach angle. And to see a bit more of New York City, we're going to crank up the end altitude and the orbit radius, and the target altitude should be low because otherwise it looks a bit strange. Yeah, let's crank up the orbit radius by a bit, and we crank down the end altitude so everything is a bit straighter that way. Take a look at it again. Yeah, it looks quite cool, I think. Jump to the next one, but don't be worried if you see something like this. This is just a glitch in it, and it's later, if your animation gets rendered, it will just be a normal building with no glitchy things floating up in the air. So it's just a thing you gotta have in mind. Next, let's shorten your animation a bit. So 25 seconds is a bit too long, I think. Let's go for something like 18 seconds. No, sorry, 18 seconds. And take a look at that. That's looks much more dynamic in my opinion. Now we're done with setting up. We can see the keyframes. The keyframes are the little dots and arrows right there. And you can see how your animation has been created. Before you can finally render your animation, you need to set up a few things. First, it's very important to select video right there, because otherwise there will be just a bunch of images. And one more thing that I think is quite important is to set the resolution to 4K, because later on, if you want to zoom into things and stuff like that, it's a bit better to have a higher resolution, because otherwise it won't look as professional and it's good. Here you can adjust the text alignment. The text is the Google Earth watermark. The 3D tracking data is another thing that is kind of important, because you can turn that to the file tab where it is supported in Adobe After Effects, because later on you can mess around with some keyframes and stuff like that, but we are not going to do that today. Texture quality and is very important to be set to high. And the map style, it's pretty cool to have it set to exploration, because you can see the names of some locations all around the city. Everything would be a bit overloaded because you can really see the name of everything, but we're just going to stick with exploration. One thing I forgot to say, if we choose to render a video, the rendering will be done in the Google Cloud, and it's much faster that way. And also more convenient, I think. And now we are all done setting up, and let's see how our animation has turned out. that amount of work that just looks incredible, doesn't it? And on that bombshell, it is time to end. Thank you very much for watching and see you in my next one. Bye.